Victim Rights Center of Connecticut is the only law firm in the state providing legal services exclusively to victims of violent crime, free of charge. We are a non-profit organization funded by individuals and corporate partners that serves victims of crime without regard to income. Government resources for crime victims focus largely on getting victims through the criminal justice process. Victim Rights Center does more, helping with privacy, safety, employment, schooling, and housing for those affected.
Victims aren't just witnesses to an event. They are personally affected in devastating ways that change their lives completely. And the effects of trauma on somebody and any violent crime of the kinds that we deal with is an incredibly traumatic experience. And that can affect your life in a whole bunch of ways. It can affect your housing security, it can affect your safety. Being involved in the criminal system frequently involves invasions of privacy that are some of which are avoidable, some of which aren't avoidable within that context. And it spreads throughout people's lives to their schooling, to their job security, a number of things. And they're left alone when the criminal system ends to deal with all of that by themselves.
Nicole is raped in her apartment. She is terrified to go back to the scene. But unless she can recover her security deposit, she can't afford to move to a safer place. The landlord refuses to let her break the lease, leaving Nicole with an awful choice: trauma or homelessness.
The victim advocate called Nicole's landlord asking to break the lease and get back her deposit. He ignored her. But when my office called with the same demand, the landlord asked himself, "Can I be sued?" That unspoken possibility helped the landlord to engage his better nature, and he chose to return Nicole's deposit and negate the lease. Nicole now lives in a new apartment where she can safely begin to heal.
I've been an advocate here at the Sexual Assault Crisis Service for about 3 years, and during that time I've seen a number of clients who are really in need of legal services but just can't afford them, which is why we were so excited to hear that Jim Clark started Victim Rights Center. He has such a great way of working with the survivors. He understands the dynamics of sexual assault, and he's helped so many of our survivors in the past 6 months. We've really been waiting for these services.
The court system is often confusing, distant, and intimidating. Victims often face legal hurdles to safety and recovery. The Victim Rights Center speaks for victims in both criminal and civil courts.
My ex-husband sexually assaulted my oldest daughter when she was 9. When he was sent to jail, we began to heal. But then he went to court to force me to take my younger daughter to visit him in prison. She just turned 9, and I panicked. The Crisis Center advocate tried to help, but the court wouldn't listen. The Victims' Rights Center took our case for free, and at the first hearing, the judge denied all visitation rights. Jim and his team literally saved our lives. Now my family doesn't have to worry that it'll show up and hurt us. My kids are so happy.
Every victim has legal needs, and society has not done a good job providing legal help. The number of victims is staggering, as shown by these statistics. Victim Rights Center fields numerous calls every week from advocates or victims seeking legal advice or help, and that number is growing all the time. Nearly half of our clients are children. We're the only place these victims can come for help if they don't have funds to pay an attorney. We could easily keep 4 attorneys busy helping clients. You can help us make that possible.
Together, we can change the culture of victim blaming, victim doubting, and re-victimization by those who should be helping.
The reason I got involved with Victim Rights Center is because it fills a vital role by helping some of our most vulnerable citizens who are victims of crimes that can scar for a lifetime.
When we join together to help our neighbors, we can change from a world where victims are on their own to a world where they have the legal resources to help restore their lives. Join our efforts and donate today.
Your support allows Victim Rights Center to help victims of violent crime. Please join our mission by donating today.